Hey, hello, hello, hello. Let's talk. Mm-hmm. Let me see who in here. Hey, get in here, get comfortable, get comfortable, get comfortable. Let me holler at y'all for a second. Some things have happened and I have opinions. Yes, things have happened and I have opinions and I want to hear y'all's too. So come in, hit the like button, throw your like number in the chat. Don't forget your engagement button on the bottom right hand side of that screen, the little circle with the emojis. So you can send your bubbles up, honey. Send them up, send them up, send them up. Get in here, please. Listen, we got to talk. Let me greet who's here and let me tell y'all what kind of day I've been having because it's been a day. Oh, it has been a day, darlings. It has been a day. Oh, if y'all only knew. I feel like Patty LaBelle, if only you knew. If only you knew. Jackie Gaines in the house. Thank you for being like number one. The beautiful Bianca Edwards is holding the chat down. She said, happy holidays, y'all. Mer Crummer. Mer Crummer. And a happy new year. Okay, I'm so glad to see y'all. Thank you for being here, Bianca. We love you, baby girl. Leah is in the house. Thank you for being like number two. We sure appreciate you. We appreciate you. Yes, Magaline in the house. Hey, girl, happy Tuesday. Good afternoon. Thank you for being like number four. The lovely Debbie Garcia. You hit the button at the same time as sis. You got like number two. Okay. Hey, it's Tish. Oh, you hit it at the same time. All y'all great minds think alike. I know that's right. What's up, it's Tish? Vita is here from Denver, y'all. Yes, she is. Oh, yes, she is. Hey, girl, what's happening? Fresh strawberries. Hello, my dear. How are you? I'm so glad you're here. Nacho Twins mama is in the house, and she like number seven, y'all. Miss Sparkle is here, our resident Mary Kay lady. How are you? How are you? My good sis Alita is in the chat. She says she lucky number seven. Boy, it's a lot of lucky sevens up in here. Miss Sparkle number eight. I love it. I love it. Auntie Eva, we glad you made it. Hello, hello. Thank you for being like number eight. Miss Gardner. Hello, my dear, my lovely, my sister. Thank you for being like number 12. I appreciate you. Listen, make sure I don't miss nobody. BJ Dez is in the house. Hey there. I hope you're doing well. I'm glad to see you. Miss Princess is here. Thank you for being like number 15. I appreciate you. Nacho Twins Mama is reminding y'all to make sure you hit that like button, and I am too. I appreciate you. My Brandon. Hey, Bookie. Season's greetings to you too, and thank you for being like number 17. I appreciate you. You are loved. Okay. Kia Coco Pop. Hey, baby. Thank you for being here. Happy Tuesday. I appreciate you. Happy to be happy, girl. We show happy you made it. All right, all right. Lala Chanel is in the house. The beautiful Lala is here. Is here. I'm so glad to see you. Who else we got? Let me make sure I got everybody. Now, listen, if this is your first time live, make sure you put FTL or first time live in the chat so that we can properly welcome you. You know, everybody is welcome on the porch. Nobody's tolerated. We all always happy to see you. You will always be welcome here. Hey, Miss Thelma, how you doing? Quiet Storm 87. Hey, sis. Thank you for being like number 23. Ooh, your Secret Santa gift was delivered on Sunday. Ooh, you got any idea who could have been your Secret Santa? If you got an idea, just whisper it to me. I ain't gonna tell nobody. Hey DS, thank you for being like number 26. Dana Cutlass 27. Shamika Davis. Hey girl, where you been? What you been up to? It's good to see you. Hey DV, thank you for being like number 30. I appreciate you. We love you. HL, child, how you doing? I'm so glad you made it to alive. Hey, Dana Cutler, Miss Steelers Nation is here. She working and listening. All right. Bianca say, listen, turn the porch light is on. Hit the like button. Hit it. Tear it up. Don't spare it. Hey, Carton Designs, thank you for being like number 32. And I'm happy you made it live too. I am. Look, let me tell y'all what's going on. I think I got almost everybody. God's anointed daughter is in the house. Hey there. They told you it was like number 77. I like them sevens, sis. I like them sevens, them holy numbers. I like it. Vita, I did not, but I'm going to one of these days, sometime or another, after I get off from him. And hopefully I'm going to be driving through the Daiquiri Shack. Nadine, hey sis, thank you for being like number 32. I'm glad you're here. I appreciate you, Miss Thelma's number 40. I appreciate you, Miss Kaiser. So say, hey, sis, like number 14. Vita was number 5. I appreciate y'all so much. Celeste Gregory, how you? My baby, Silver Diamond. Hello, lovely. Just Cheryl, just me, Cheryl. How you been? Girl, what you been up to? I missed you too. Peaches and Cream, hello. Angela Davis, hey sis, thank you for being like number 42. You listening, cooking, and working? Well, golly, you the hardest working sister in America at this moment. Rochelle, hey sis, thank you for being like number 42. Now listen, let me tell y'all what been going on today. I've been working, and then people who were supposed to get things done had deadlines. They did not. They let me know at the last minute they didn't meet deadlines. There is one thing that's supposed to be done. It has to be done personally. It cannot be done online. And this sister just called me today, and knowing this our last day to get this done, she let me know today that she waited to the last minute, and now she can't do it because something came up. So guess who got to jump up and try to do it? I'm so upset. Like I could just pass out. But it's okay because I got the strength. I'm going to make it, okay? I got a headache. I'm going to take a BC powder. And when I get through gossiping and letting these folks have it, because we're going to do this today. Oh, we're going to let them have it. Hey, Cassie G, how you doing? Thank you for being like number 56. We love you. Who's like number 70? I'm wondering. So glad you're here. But we're going to let them have it. Now, y'all know I don't normally talk about Married to Medicare, but these hookers is doing a lot. And Carlos King is doing what he normally does. And we got to deal with him. We can't let it slide. I'm about tired of Carlos. Ooh, my sister, Miss Sparkle, sent me a Zelle. Now, that's love. She sent me a Zelle on my daiquiri. I love it. That's so sweet. She said she going to make sure I could drive through and grab me a cold one. And I appreciate that. I do. Because after the day I've had, I'm going to be needing it. Okay? Now, no, I have no intention on talking about Cardi B or her husband. That would be somebody else's chat. It wouldn't be mine. That's not my MO. I don't get real hype about people losing their marriages. It's not my, not my cup of tea. That's a little low vibrational for me. Shout out to Coach Stormy. But listen. So we got to talk about them hookers on Married to Medicare and what's going on over there. I think it's a bit much. Y'all know I was real happy to hear about what happened with Quad, especially after how nasty she was to our dear sister Mariah. So anything that happens to her makes me very, very happy because she's a very, very terrible person. Yes, she is. Now, with that being said, Carlos King did another one of his little fake phony interviews where he allows people to come on there, tell lies, spin narratives while he sit there with his legs crossed, smiling and nodding. So that went on. And don't worry, I took notes on some of the most ridiculous things that she said. She said so much. And it was like a whole hour, 30 minutes. Like it was a really long situation. And apparently he's going to play part 2 next week. Is my understanding. I believe he said next week or later this week. I don't know. Whenever, however, whatever. And so I took notes on that. Now, what I found interesting was that Carlos went through all this trouble to try to help her run her PR machine and make herself, look like a victim and posturing herself and positioning herself as a victim. And it didn't go out. It didn't go over the way she thought it was going to go over, nor the way he thought it was going to go over. What I saw, oh, my sister, Yolanda, she sent me a cash app. Oh, shoot. My sister's going to make sure I can get me a cold drink. They're going to make sure. Let me send a heart back right now. Let me find out that I'm going to be able to get me some wings to go with it, too. DV said the quad interview was a waste of time. And it was. Sure, it was full of lies. It was full of lies. It was indeed full of lies. It made no sense, the amount of lies that was told. And from what I could see on social media after the fact, it was a lot of people calling it out. Brandon said he gonna drop the other one on the 21st. Okay, that sounds about right. And so, with that being said, wait. Did I miss somebody? Oh, Bianca put my Christmas wish list link in the chat. Thanks, sis. So look, people on social media was calling it out. Venice Rankin, how you doing? Where you been? What you been up to? I remember you. Okay, Cool Gamer is here, y'all. Always cool, always in the house. The people on social media was calling it out. People were calling her out for her performances, all that fake talking and stuff that she be doing. It was a lot. It was very interesting to see that it didn't go over. It went over like a lead balloon. It was supposed to be all about making her the victim. He failed woefully, and so did she. Hey, Sheila Bryant. Happy holidays, boo. Hey, Shanika C. How you doing, gorgeous? So, yeah, that had happened. Hey, Angel Gamer. Yes, DS. Quad is delusional and deceptive. Deceptive. She's an out and out liar. That lady is an out and out liar. Don't worry, y'all. Listen, I know when y'all not gonna watch it, certain stuff, I will go look, take notes so I can tell you what was said. I'm gonna tell you what was said and how it went. Y'all know that's my specialty. Hey, Tracy Lashley, thank you for being like number 57, sis. I appreciate it. So look, so we got to talk about that. And then, for whatever reason, and I've been noticing this, but I never paid attention to it before. But I saw a clip on social media of where Carlos King goes live with Heavenly to review Merit to Medicare. And I've never watched it, never watched clips or anything because I simply don't like those people. And I'm very honest and transparent about that. I don't like those people at all. Okay? I don't like what they stand for. Those are not my sort of people at all. At all. Right. That wasn't an interview. It was a kiki. And a kiki full of lies. A kiki full of lies. Shamika Davis say, and fast talking, but she's definitely a wordsmith. She's a mess. Is she a wordsmith? Because it sounded like a hood rat. They got a hold to a thesaurus or something. It was given ignorant chick who finally learned how to read. God's anointed daughter says, Quad, the fraud is always the victim. Always. Hey, LaPreece. Girl, where have you been? We missed you. Thank you for being like number 59. Venice, you number 62. Thank you, boo. So listen, y'all. Listen. I saw a clip of Hellishly talking to Carlos King when I guess they were live or whatever. And she was like calling him out for that fake phony interview. And the fact that he didn't hold that girl feet to the fire on nothing. He let her dance around stuff, not answer questions, tell blatant lies, and didn't say nothing. So I did something I've never done in the history of me not watching that show. I went and watched Carlos King and Heavenly's review, and I got a couple things to say about that too. Okay? Now, Angela Nichols, thank you for being like number 64. We also are going to have a real quick word about Jonathon Majors' conviction because he was convicted. We're going to talk about what was initially put out and what was actually accurate. Megan Cuniff, the greatest American hero, she got it corrected exactly what the man was convicted of. And we're going to talk about that. We got some RHOP gossip. Oh, yes, we're going to talk about that. And Dr. Jackie has outed herself as being extremely anti-Black woman. Now, here's the thing. I'm not surprised. And some of us are like, okay, water's wet, sky's blue, up is that way. It's quite obvious that Dr. Jackie is extremely anti-black woman and extremely problematic. But Jackie said some things where she literally told on herself. She did. She really did. So let's go ahead. What y'all want to talk about first? I'm gonna put it to y'all. What y'all want to talk about first? Make sure y'all liking this video. Make sure y'all are liking this video because this is how you help me. Okay? And I need y'all's help. This is how you help me. So y'all, please make sure that you like this video. Thumbs up. Lord, Black Cherry girl, where you been? All my sisters is coming home for the holidays. What is going on? Thank you for being like number 66. It has been. We missed you. Y'all want to start with Jonathon Majors. Okay, well, let's go and get the light work out the way. Lord, my sister on the phone says she think Quad and Ashley is related because they got the same forehead. Oh, my. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. And get, she's also agreeing with y'all that we need to get the running man out the way first. All right, so on to the running man. On to the running man. So we're going to go ahead and take care of the running man. I can't believe y'all got me calling this man the running man. But then again, I can believe it because that's how y'all be acting. Y'all have me talking about people real bad. Real bad. Mm-hmm. So let's get the update. Give me just a second. Just a second. Here we go. Okay, so Jonathon Majors, i.e. the running man. Okay, let's go ahead and handle his business now. Initially, what was reported was that when they were talking about breaking news, this is one of the reasons. Hey, Brooke L., thank you for being like number 70. This is Black Cherry say the job be tearing you up. I know it, girl, but you know what? It's a blessing. It's a blessing because you're still able to go to work and your body still allow you to work. So I know it's rough, girl, but we just glad to have you and it'll get better. So listen, that's why I don't jump when stuff is like, oh, breaking news, because every time something is breaking news, it ain't always what we think. We got to wait a second, let it settle, let all the energy settle. Let all the, facts come out and then we could talk. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Christina, thank you for being like number 73. So listen, the original breaking news on Jonathon Major was the jury convicted him on 2 domestic assault charges in a split verdict. 2 domestic assault charges. That's what they said. That's what came out. That's how that went. Okay. You had people saying that he was arrogant in the courtroom. He was reading the Bible while the clear woman was testifying, and talking about, oh, the jurors don't like that, yada yada yada. So that went on. Okay, we all accepted that maybe that's exactly what happened. Now we all saw the video of him running across 3 to 4 different counties, running from the clear lady. But we also saw, before he struck out like the Flash, that he smashed that girl down into that car. Like, get off me, get away from me. We saw him try to walk away, and she's still holding on to his arm and all that good stuff. Now, she claimed that the assault took place before they got in the car and all that. We know that. Well, Megan Cuniff, the same lady, the same nice little clear woman, a little journalist, that was reporting on the Angry Leprechaun case. Y'all know Tori Staines. And she is the greatest American hero. Yes. And she came and reported what actually happened. Yes, he ran across about 2 to 3 different counties. I think he covered 2 to 3 counties. It's about 2.5 counties. And apparently they put down stop strips or them spikes, them road spikes before he got to the 3rd county. Something along them lines, something like that. He ran across the county lines a couple times, and she was on his heels. So shout out to her and her cardio. But Megan Cuniff reports and gave, a more accurate depiction of what this man was indeed convicted of. Now, Megan Cuniff said, regarding what exactly Jonathon Majors was convicted of, there's some misinformation out there, including from me. Let me tell y'all something. You can never discount somebody who will come back and correct themselves. I like that. I like people that can say, hey, I got that wrong. Let me tell it right. Okay. I got to do a correction today too. I'm going to let y'all know about it in a minute. So she says she got it wrong. She say, including from me. Megan Cuniff says both assault charges related to what happened inside the car. So whatever they was alleging happened beforehand, he didn't get convicted for that. His whole face bothered my spirit, sis. I told y'all that man's face is violent. It's violent as hell. But she say both assault charges related to what happened inside the car, and the harassment charges related to what happened outside. He was acquitted on anything having to do with intent. This means Majors was convicted related to Jabari's finger injury. So apparently he was being too rough when he slammed her in that car and hurt her finger, is what they're trying to say. And he did look a little rough. I ain't gonna lie. He'd have hit me like that or slammed me in a car like that, I'd have hit him with a car. And that's on everything. That's on Mary Had a Little Lamb. That wouldn't work. The jury ruled it was reckless, but not intentional. But the assault is for the finger injury. So that's all they really got him on. Do I believe he whooped that girl's tail? Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I believe that him whooped that girl's tail. Do I believe that she participated like she was supposed to with the prosecution? No, I don't. I think she's hoping that once this is all over and done, he'll stop pretending to go with Megan Good and they can get back together. I think that's what she's hoping. That's what she's counting on. Okay. Now, I don't know whether that's going to work, but I do believe that that's what Miss Thing is hoping for, because y'all saw them text messages. Y'all heard about them text messages good as me. The lady done told him she want to be with him. She would never tell. Apparently, she can take a punch. Lala said that they convict him of looking like a tree monster. They should have. That should have been the first charge. Shanika said, I don't feel sorry for him, and me neither. Did he really think them clear people was going to let him put his hands on that clear woman and get away with it? I hope he didn't think so, but we know he delusional. He told that clear woman to be like Coretta Scott Key and Michelle Obama. So anything is possible. Yes, DB, his face is very violent. His face is frightening as hell. It's scary. It's a scary situation. It's a messed up situation. I'm just saying. So listen. So, hey, Clyde. Yes, she is lucky to be alive. She really is. But he was running from her. All she had to do was stay still and she would have escaped. He wasn't chasing her. He was clearly running from her. Angel Gamer said, I think they were both abusive in that relationship. They both was crazy, but I do believe that if they got into fisticuffs, okay, since we gonna play you on word games, if they got into a melee or a brouhaha, that man would have snapped her like a toothpick. That is a big, scary looking man. If that man got a hold of me and I'm solid as a rock, corn fed, I'm talking about crackling bread and clabber milk solid, that man would have snapped me and my bad knee in half. Absolutely not. So if they was both violent, it don't count when you talking about somebody that's 10 times her size. And I want y'all to imagine something. We're going to move to the next honorable mention before we jump into that ridiculous interview. Hey, Iman. Yes, over the text message. He ruined his life. Sure did. But listen, I want y'all to imagine something now. Think with me, if you will. Imagine trying to be violent with somebody that's that much bigger than you. Imagine that. You haul off and hit him. He don't even know you hit him. He think a mosquito done landed on him or something. And this thing flip out and grab you around about your neck and snap it. The way he slammed that girl down in that goddamn car, she looked like a Raggedy Ann doll. So even if they was both engaging in it, if she was engaging in it, he didn't know. He didn't know. And I don't feel like she no victim like that, because apparently she liked getting popped in the throat and stuff, because she chased that man down so he could hit her again. And was sending text messages talking about she didn't give them people her blessing. She didn't give them her blessing to press charges, all that crazy stuff. She crazy. No, I did not watch Creed 3. I wasn't interested in Creed 3. Not me, not at all. That man's face disturbs my spirit. Everything about his face scare me to the fourth power. It do. There go my pretty niece. Hey, pretty girl. She's like number 79. I appreciate you. Ashley is here. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You have to pick and choose in life. You can't just turn around and try to fight. You know, you trying to fight a brick wall or a grizzly bear or something. Like, you got to make better decisions in life. You know, that don't give no man the right to, you know, beat you to a bloody pulp, but you got to love yourself. I love myself enough not to walk up and hit the rock monster. I'm not doing it. Brandon Martin say, you think the other woman who texted him was making good? I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I can tell you this. If it was me, I'd have been happy for him to text any woman that wasn't me. Now, that's what I would have done. I wouldn't have been checking no phone. I'd have been asking him for his phone to call an Uber so I could escape. Yes, Couture Bay, she ran it was a high-speed chase across 2 to 3 counties on foot. Yeah, his face do give Candyman or Beetlejuice or something. DV, thank you for the super chat. Say thank you for the chat and much needed laughs. Listen, we gonna laugh over here. We don't do nothing. Okay? So look. You know, shout out to everybody. My sister says shout out to the love yourself energy. All y'all love yourself. Don't, if a man face, if his face looks felonious, if he look like he can assault you with his eyeballs and his brow bone, don't walk up and hit that man. If he walk off, let him go. Don't chase him. Don't check his phone. When he turn his back, hide under the car, hide under the bed. Wait till he ain't looking. Make a run for it. Love yourself, okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Well, what they're saying is the charge is not called accidental hitting, but they can get you for something where they're saying you're being reckless. It wasn't intentional. So when something is reckless, they're removing the intent. Is what I believe she's trying to say. Now, I'm not a law student, nor have I ever been. But I believe that's what they're saying, because they tried to, they saying it was reckless. So it was just him being, rough. You think you seen him run past your house? LaPriest, that might have been him. That might have been him. Now, I know not to get in the way, because my hip bad, and so is my knee. Okay, so I did not get in that man's way. Hey, Trina Taylor. Says my baby used to say, him scary. Yeah, him real scary. Thank you for being like number 85. Now, the other quick honorable mention, just so y'all know, keep your eyes peeled. And then we're going to talk about this Carlos King interview with Quad and her forehead. They said that the judge is about to reveal the people that's on Epstein's list. Let me read you what's here, and we're moving right along. Okay. Now, more than 170 people. Let me say it again, because I want to make sure y'all got the numbers. Let me put the number in the chat. Okay, 170. There you go. More than 170 people with ties to Jeffrey Epstein and the Nasty Island, okay, including former employees and victims, are set to be named in a trove of court documents that a Manhattan federal judge has ordered unsealed in the coming weeks. So things is about to get funny and frisky. So it's looking like some of y'all's favorite celebrities, politicians, and the like are about to be exposed. Now, that dude over there in England, he done already, got his. He done already had to pay the girl that was underage. Y'all remember that? But it's going to be some more of them that get put out. So now all of this, conspiracy theory, weirdo talk that people got, making up names. Oh, I think this person on there, just naming off any black person that got some money. Now y'all about to see who really got their name in them coat papers. Hey, Monique C. Thank you for being like number 91. Happy holidays, beautiful. Yes. Yes, it's about to get real spicy. It's about to be hot as cayenne pepper. It's about to be hot as cayenne pepper. Yep, Prince Andrew. Yes, yes. So he ain't the only one finna be exposed. Hey, D. Seratinas, how you doing? Say 2024 about to be uncovering the coverings. Well, 2023 was uncovering a coverings. I mean, how many more blankets, comforters, sets, and duvets y'all won't pull back? Because they pulling back all up. Now, this is what they say. Judge Loretta, now I might get her name wrong, Preska. It's either Preska or Preska. Judge Loretta Preska on Monday ordered the release of the trove of long sealed documents in the settled defamation lawsuit that Epstein accuser Virginia Roberts Guthrie brought against the convicted P-word file madam Ghislaine Maxwell. Y'all say Ghislaine, they say it's Ghislaine Maxwell back in 2015. Under the ruling, dozens of individuals who have previously only been identified as Jane Does or John Does in various court filings linked to the suit will likely be identified when materials tied to them are unsealed in full. This here is about to get messy. This here is about to get messy. Yep, they gonna flag them videos, Couture, baby. We gonna have to be real creative how we get this information out. I'm gonna tell y'all ahead of time. When it come out, the best thing that I can think of to do is to go live and tell y'all to go follow me on Instagram, and I go and report and say everything I want to say on Instagram, because y'all know that Google is a government contractor, and it's enough of y'all's politicians that was going to the nasty island that they not gonna want us talking about it. Okay, so you know, if I see some people get away with it that look like me, then maybe I'll come over here. I will tell you this. When it come out, if it's something interesting, we gonna talk about it, but I might come live and say, hey, y'all, I just came in here to tell you to go to Instagram. I'm finna go live over here and run my mouth, okay? Chickens have indeed come home to roost. Oh, yes. Shanika C said, Lord, let me call Young Jock because it's going down. Yes, meet him at the bar. Nacho Twins mama said they said it's gonna be reaping season. And tilling season. They toss in the soil. Clearly. So now let's go on and get into, if y'all don't mind, this ridiculous interview between Quad and Carlos King. Let's get into it. Hey, Queen Me. How you doing, girl? Please remember to hit that like button. So let me get the notes. Y'all hear the pages. You know what it is. Hey, Jen Bunny, 1984. So listen. You say you need to follow my Instagram. You might want to, because some stuff that I want to say, I'm not going to say it over here for them to deplatform me and hush my mouth. I like to talk too much. So listen. So Carlos King did this weird theatrical, and these were like the adjectives that I put to just to describe the feel of this entire interview. Okay, in which y'all know I do that. I try to paint you a picture of the entire feeling of that interview. True Wisdom, hey boo, what's up? How's everything down in Mexico? Okay, Dana Cutler said, I'm off now, I hear your pages. Yeah, them pages is turning. Tracy Lester said the greeting set the tone of the interview a mess. Yes. Jim Bunny, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So listen, the notes that I had for this interview, as far as the tone, when he sat down with Nene, it was playful. It seemed conversational. They seemed natural. When he sat down with Kenya, It felt real. It felt relatable. It felt like they knew each other. It felt genuine. I may not like Kenya, but I can honestly say that between he and she sitting down talking, it felt real. It didn't feel like it was forced. The notes I had on the tone of this conversation, y'all, if I'm being honest, theatrical, fake, performative. Those were my three adjectives. I can hold my notebook up to the screen and show you. That's literally what I put. Theatrical, fake, and performative. Because there's nothing else that I really could have called it. Oh, Brandon Martin sent me a cash out. Let me send my boo a heart back. Thank you. He said for ice cold libation, and I'm gonna need ice cold libation when I get through talking about this mess. I appreciate you having sympathy on me because I went and suffered through this so you wouldn't have to. So listen, they started off being phony. They started off being theatrical and performative. They started off that way. And the reason I say that, they did this whole skit of him jogging, or not even jogging, trotting up to the door. Like, if it wasn't a pity and I just don't want to scare y'all with my big behind jostling and jumping around, I would literally prop this computer in a position where so I could show y'all how he trotted up to that door. But don't worry, please don't be afraid. I'm not going to traumatize y'all like that. Y'all don't deserve that. But that's literally what I want to do. I really want to show y'all the way he went trotting up to that door looking like an elf on a shelf. That's what he did. And acting like he was coming over, bringing a bottle of wine, coming up the steps and stuff. And I'm like, okay. At first, I said, okay, this is a bit much, but I guess he want to make it look like, oh, he and Quad so close, like he just going to a girlfriend's house or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I get it. Until we then see there's a camera already inside. So you trotting up from the outside to play out a role like you in a scripted drama. And then you already got camera people inside the girl house so they can film her going to the door to open the door. I said, I'm done. I knew right then where this was going. Pretty girl 1908, my dear sis. How are you? Well, what do you say? What do you say, my sis? I'm so glad to see you. I love you. It's been a long time. T to the fourth power, you said I saw it. I was like, what? Oh, yes. Extremely performative. Extremely performative. It was way, way too much. Way too much. So after they go through that, they come inside. They have this long, drawn out thing about their relationship. And Quad is talking like this. Like she Charlton Heston in the goddamn 10 Commandments. Ma'am, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? I have so many things that I want to say about her, but I'm not going to take it there. I'm going to try to stick to the facts and tell y'all exactly what happened without too much editorializing. I'm going to do my best. Cindy Narcisse, thank you for being like number 95. I appreciate it. Bianca says it was her face at the end of the video for me. Yeah, phony. Phony. Silver Diamond said just getting off work. Been tuned in. All right, I like that. So they went through this long drawn out thing about how they know each other and they're so close and they've had a relationship and she's sitting there close for many, many years. Many years. I was like, oh my God, girl, why don't you talk with your regular voice? And speaking of that, before I even get into the body of this nonsense that they're calling an interview, because it's clearly nonsense. Okay, clearly it's nonsense. My sister say Quad is Shakespeare in the Park. It gives that. But there was a portion of this interview where this girl actually tried to find a way to justify her fake vocalizations with this long drawn out story about how she's from Memphis and everybody's saying her and burr and thur. And so she didn't like how people were talking about people from Memphis while she was at TSU. So she suggested that her friends and her, while they were hanging out, they should just read the dictionary. And I'm sitting there like, I'm sick of this lying cow. That wasn't even deep into the interview. And I'm like, first of all, First of all, quadrille and the forehead. Reading a dictionary does not make you talk like that. That's number one. Okay? I'm somebody who read a dictionary because it was punishment from my mama. And I can guarantee you, reading the dictionary did not make me talk like this, honey. I never, ever took on this weird, strange Negro period Shakespearean accent. Like, I don't even know what the hell to call that, dog. What is that? See, this is the type of stuff that makes me not like Quad and people like her. Speaking correct English does not mean that your entire voice changes. That is not what that is. Let me tell y'all something else. It's the exact same thing when I hear people get extremely nasal in the way they speak, and then they try to imitate the tone and inflection and vocalizations of clear people. And then when people call it out, no, I'm not. I'm just talking. I'm just speaking proper English. No, you're not, because you can speak proper English without becoming nasal and imitating tone and inflection of other people. Like, I clown and cut the fool plenty. But I think we're all very clear that I can speak proper English at any time that I choose. And at no time does me speaking proper English result in me talking like this. Why are you stretching your mouth? Why are you talking from the back of your throat? What's wrong with you? I think at this point, Quiet been phony so long, she don't even know she phony. Like, it's getting ridiculous. Angel Gamer say her accent isn't even convincing. She sounds like she's clearly choosing to speak like that. Nothing authentic about it. Since not only is her accent not convincing, where the hell is that from? Where is that from? If I decide to, use dialect or speak with a bunch of colloquialisms or whatever, you gonna know I'm a Florida girl. Like, it come out. It come out. But what that accent that she has created in her brain, like, which tells me furthermore how delusional this chick is. Where is that even from? Where is that accent from? Lala say it's giving the voice actor and fake as hell. It's like she wants to be Alexis Carrington mixed with Shakespeare, mixed with, I don't know, RuPaul? It's something. Leah says, I'm going to say this one more again. Stay out of Tennessee, Quad. We disown you. Nope. Y'all not pawning her off on nobody else. That is your stuff. Y'all going to keep her. T to the fourth power say, I like Quad and Carlos, but when she mentioned they read the dictionary from beginning to end, I was like, come on now, you are really embellishing. No, she wasn't embellishing, sugar. She was lying. That's why I don't like her. She's a liar. Brandon Martin said, was that the shade at Nanka's way of speaking? No, actually, I really wasn't thinking about the mongoose. Nobody ever thinks about the mongoose unless she manages to open her mouth and annoy everyone in the room. DS says she pulled that accent from her forehead. Jesus. Anita said, like Mariah said, Quad the fraud, even her accent. Even that. Yeah, return to sender. Don't leave her in Georgia. Georgia does not deserve her. You say she's masking her accent. I mean, but if your behavior still gives ghetto, you may as well speak the way you like. Angel Gamer says, I actually thought that she was probably brought up in the UK and moved to the US later, but I ain't never seen her here. That thing is from Memphis, Tennessee, from the ghetto. That's where she's from. So now that we got that out the way, so she goes on to talk about how Carlos knows her so well, and Carlos is sitting up just stroking her ego and petting her like he does with horrible people. I think that's just his thing. And he goes on to say, like, I think sometimes your castmates don't understand you like I understand you, like I really know you. Pretty Girl says Quad is a habitual liar and opportunist. She's getting her karma and I don't feel bad for her. Girl, me either. Yeah, she's definitely not comfortable in her skin, and that's why I can't respect it. But she goes on to say, oh no, Oh no, the people don't get me. The people don't understand me. I'm like, what is that? But anyway, oh, the people don't get me. The people don't understand me. And then she's like, they don't know how loving I am, how supportive I am, how much I care. You know, that's not highlighted enough. What? Hey, U.S. Army Brett. What? Girl, can't nobody stop you from showing that you're loving and caring and supportive. If you were loving, caring, and supportive, it would come across. Nobody has to give you a special sweetheart edit to prove that you're caring, loving, and supportive. If you need a sweetheart edit to show that, it means that you're not. It means that you're not. That's what it means. Y'all, I figured it out. She trying to talk like William Shatner. When he was doing Rocket Man, I packed my bags last night, pre-flight. Yeah, she trying to do William Shatner. Melanated Energy say Quiet must be ashamed of who she is and where she's from. She must be. She must be, and it's embarrassing. Listen, that's how she did it. I'm just telling y'all how she did it now. DV say Quiet don't realize that her behavior comes off as clownish. She doesn't. She thinks she's grand and everybody is just jealous of her idiocy. That's what she really thinks. So then she starts talking about the show and, oh, I'm glad the show is getting its due when we came into the market and this and that. And, you know, the market was already this and established shows and blah, blah, blah. And so she's going on and on about, oh, when we came into, like, she was literally, in my opinion, y'all, at this part of the interview, this hooker was talking as though this was her show that she created or something. It's like in her brain, she had switched places with Mariah. She believes that she was on the same level with Mariah. You didn't create the show. You was brought on like everybody else, man. You was brought on like everybody else and brought in like everyone else by the same lady that you hooker stabbed in the back. Okay? Hey, Brittany Monet. You say she going out sad. Yes, she is, baby. Real sad. So she's like, oh, when we first came into the market, like she's talking about, oh, like she did the groundwork to get this show off the road. Like that's the way it felt to me. Now she didn't say those words, so I unlike her, I don't believe in lying. But I'm just telling y'all that's the energy that she was putting out there, and I didn't like how it was looking, feeling like it didn't go over right. Melanated Energy said it's everybody else and never quiet, both her and the black baby hater Jackie. Ooh. Need to be canceling off the show. We're gonna talk about her later. Hello, Latoya Stevenson. Oh, girl, you done arched them eyebrows. Good. Look at her cheekbones. Girl, you bad. Say as hurtful as it looks, Quiet getting what she dished out. She wasn't smart enough with all her degrees to actually take what happened to Mariah and humble herself. But she said she couldn't take what happened to Mariah and humble herself because she was a part of it. She was a part of it. She was. Yes, Captain Kirk. She was trying to give us William Shatner with that voice. Yeah. She was trying to give us William Shatner. She's a rocket man. Okay. So, anywho, then she starts talking about, oh, I went to TSU. I got a degree. I have a degree, honey. I have a degree, honey. And Carlos went to asking her about her situation with Mariah. So she lets it out that she was dating Mariah's cousin, but you forgot to mention that the cousin was selling dope. Mm-hmm. And that ain't no knock on Mariah. I got cousins that sell dope too. Mm-hmm. I got cousins that used to sell dope. I got cousins that currently sell dope. Okay. But see, this is where Quad always loses me, honey. The truth is way more interesting than that fakeness that you putting out there. Okay. You was dating Mariah's dope dealer cousin. Now that's what the hell you was doing. Okay. That's what you was doing. Now come on with it. But she went to talking about, yeah, that what she said, honey. Sounded, I almost said the wrong thing. I don't want to say nothing wrong. So she said she was dating Mariah's cousin, and they was real in a long relationship or something, the way she tried to put it out there. say she fell in love with their family because they were all wives and educated women, honey. And I was like, ew, 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 ew. And she just liked Mariah. Mariah was fun and she was her kind of girl. And they got so close that they did I get the voice down, Pat? Did I? Thank you. Thank you, honey. Yes, thank you. So she's like, oh, they got so close that they was finishing each other's sentences and basically saying how they were on the show is how they were in real life, and they was like that every day with each other or whatever, which that just goes further to say that this girl was a real friend to you when you were really like you're scum, and she gave you a chance, and everything she said about you being a social climber is absolutely true, I believe. DS said, I know Quad was riding with the dope boy sounding like they at an opera. Child, you know she wasn't talking like that. And she was with that Negro and he was trapping. You can't tell me she was talking like that with him. She started that when she got on that television. She got on that television and started telling lies. Now that's what she did. Got on that television and started telling lies. I don't remember. I gotta go back and look. Y'all, Queen Meat. Now, Queen Meat asking this question. Y'all give her answer in the chat. Don't overlook my sister now. She said, did she say Mariah was lying about her dating her cousin? Seemed like I could have remembered something like that. But I don't know. I can't say for sure. I can't say for sure. But y'all answer sis, because I don't remember. I can't swear to that. Shanika C said we all have family members who work in pharmaceuticals. Yes. Hallelujah for the lamb. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Melanated Energy say Quad sound like she missed her meds. Yeah, she must ain't took her meds. But look, so then she starts talking about, they were so close and our families were so close. It was just like family. And Carlos asked her about living with Mariah. I remember Mariah saying that. I absolutely believe that that's what was said. Latoya says she acknowledged that she dated the cousin, but she denied sleeping on Mariah's couch. Okay, that's okay. So that's what it was. Leah said the same thing. It was about the living with Mariah. Okay. I don't know whether sis was talking about at a previous time or whatever. I don't know. I don't remember that, but I don't remember everything about back then either. When she was like basically everything Mariah said, she said, that's not true. That's not true. Now, frankly speaking, I feel like it was probably some truth to it. And I'm going to tell y'all why a lot later, but Heavenly was even like, Carlos, you knew she was lying and you let her tell that lie. So I do believe that when that boy went to jail, she needed somewhere to stay. And so she stayed there. Now, do I believe she had to live with her for an extended period of time? No. But do I believe that Mariah pulled that out of thin air? Absolutely not. You did stay there. I believe you stayed there. Yeah, Heavenly said it. Your good buddy said that you absolutely did stay there. You absolutely did. Oh, what a pretty lady. Brittany Monet say, and Mariah's husband said he helped Quad pay her bills and got her job as a medical rep. Well, that's a pharmaceutical rep. We're going to get into that later too. We're going to get into it. Black Cherry says she likes to play semantics. She said I was not her roommate. No, you were a couch surfer. Thank you. So while she was getting into this part and that didn't happen, Black Cherry is absolutely right. She was playing games, playing word games. You wasn't a roommate because that woman was married. Them people helped you. Okay. Now, what was interesting was hearing her talk about corporate America and stuff, but I'm going to get into that later. I'm going to get into that later because we're going to talk about this drug rep situation. Okay. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that in just a little bit. Just bear with me. So then, after she denies staying at Mariah's house, talking about she wasn't a roommate, you wasn't a roommate, not when you living off people. Carlos asked her directly if she missed Mariah. She talked in circles. Well, I mean, I missed the fun. No, you missed having access to somebody with connections. You miss the fact that Mariah can get into places that you can't. While you on television being a sideshow, a sideshow attraction, acting like a whole clown. But anyway, I miss the fun. I miss the fun. That fake stuff. So then Carlos was like, it appeared that the ladies was trying to ice you out. She said it appeared. Well, yeah, it did appear that way. We don't know for sure, but it did look like from the clips I saw that they was trying to ice you out. So she basically saying they definitely were or whatever. And so he asked her, he was like, can you, like, with everything that happened to Mariah, like, do you see where she was coming from? And she's like, I see now. I see it now. What do you mean you see it now? You saw it before. This is why I don't like this heifer and I can't respect her on no level. She's barely a woman. You saw it then. What you thought was, I'll help them oust you, stab you in your back, get you off your own show, and I'll take it over. See, this is what happens sometimes, ladies. And I know it's some gentlemen in here too. But right now I'm talking to the sisters. Sisters, this is what happens sometimes when you reach down to help somebody. And some of these people, and I don't mean down like you better than nobody, but sometimes when you reach down to help people, meaning like they down on their luck or their situation ain't just right, you reach down to help them people, you pick them up, you like, sis, ain't no problem, you my sister, I got you. Hey, Miss Nisi, I'm gonna help you get this straight, I'm gonna help you get that straight. Girl, I got you. Do y'all know them same heifers will go sleep with your husband? Do you know that same heifer that you get a job will try to get you fired off that same job you got for her? And that's what we witnessed here. This is how it goes. Everybody you help ain't grateful for it. Some people you help and they literally will take your help, smile in your face, and resent the fact that you was even in a position to help them. She started dating a dope dealer, saw that he came from a decent family, and she ended up with the dud in the family. She ended up with the one that's selling dope, not the one that's with it that had a degree. Saw that the ladies in that family were decent, upstanding, admirable ladies, wanted to connect herself to them, and she did. Benefit from them, and she did. And once she was in a position to have something or to even get a foothold, the first thing she did was try to hurt the person who pulled her up. Y'all, listen, I ain't, saying too much. I just want y'all to think about that sometime. Black Cherry said that's why you can't help everybody. You better pray for you go helping folks, because some of them people work for the devil. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, then she says she see now, and he was like, oh, Mariah's a star, and she was like, oh, she is. I feel like she really wants to be able to latch back on, but I think she know that ship has sailed. He asked her if she felt she being pushed out for knowing her worth, and she talked in circles, and the family I come from, and the family I come from, it would be odd, it would be strange if I didn't know my worth. Like, I've always been taught to know my worth. Like, girl, your mother didn't even teach you to speak correct English. So we're not going to pretend that y'all was so highfalutin that your mama was sitting up teaching you, hey, little quadraquanica, learn your worth, like, know your value. It wasn't happening. It just wasn't happening. Hold on, y'all, 1 second. So anywho, it wasn't reality. It just wasn't reality. So anyway, she pulled that crap. And to be honest, she ain't being pushed out by knowing her value. Them heifers ain't never liked you. You were there because Mariah kept you there. And as long as Mariah was holding her down there and holding her in that spot, it really wasn't nothing they could do with her. And that's why she was there. And then she was nasty and stupid enough to team up with people that didn't like her friend who put her in that position. And once they got your friend out of there, baby, there's nobody to hold you down. There's nobody to hold you in that spot. Show ain't gonna be hellishly. Show ain't gonna be her. But anyway, moving right along. Then she went to talking about the corporate America and, you know, knowing your worth in corporate America, and you bringing in this type of business and bringing in that business, and, you know, corporate America is where I come from. Let's be very clear, okay? And this ain't no disrespect to nobody. One of my dearest friends is a rep. Ma'am, being a pharmaceutical rep is not corporate America. Let me say this again in case somebody needs to understand. Being a pharmaceutical rep is not corporate America. What you're doing is dropping off breakfast, lunch, biscuits, muffins, snacks, juice, and goodies to doctors' offices, along with notepads and other branded items and goods, so that they will write prescriptions for your pharmaceutical company, and that way they can get a nice little kickback. Now, that's what you're doing. Listen, sis laughing at me, but I'm telling the truth. Sis, you know I'm telling the truth. You're passing out samples and muffins, cookies, breakfast platters. You're going by McDonald's, and matter of fact, before you go, you're calling the doctor's office to say, how many of y'all want Egg McMuffins? You're calling the doctor's office to say, I'm going to go buy Dunkin' Donuts for y'all. What kind of donuts y'all want? I'm going to get y'all a dozen. You're calling to say, well, how many of y'all in the office? I'm going to pick y'all up a sandwich tray. That's what you're doing. And can we also talk about the fact that all you need, and this is for anybody, if you're looking for a job, let me help you out. All you need to be a drug rep is a bachelor's. It can be a bachelor's in basket weaving. It can be a bachelor's in toenail clipping. It can be a bachelor's in butt crack waxing. All you need is a bachelor's, and you too can be a pharmaceutical rep. And the fact that Aiden, Mariah's husband, had to help her get this job, darling, precious, you wasn't even smart enough to know how to use your little raggedy bachelor's. You didn't even know what to do with it. DS says she's a gopher with samples. That's exactly what she was. Precisely. But now you over here, you know, talking like you doing a Shakespearean play and acting so highfalutin, like you was living high on the hog and walking in tall cotton. And that ain't what was happening, honey. Honey, that ain't what was happening. DV say straight now, she think the audience is stupid. I'm like, girl, please. Please, ma'am. Brittany say Quad on her way back to ordering chicken sandwiches for the doctors. Listen, and it's an admirable job. She, at least if she do that, she ain't stealing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't knocking nobody's honest job, but let's be honest about what the job entails. Let's be honest about what the job entails. We're not talking about those of us who worked as nurses, who stood on our feet, worked MICU, ICU, PICU. We're not talking about people that went and got their education, their licensing, kept up CEUs and did what they had to do. We're not talking about people that went back and bridged and got their RNs and their ARNPs and decided to go into midwifery, or people that decided to be PAs or doctors. No, darling. No, you weren't doing nothing in the medical profession. You were driving around, picking up snacks, goodies, food, and dropping off pens, pads, and samples. Now, that's what the hell you were doing. Anita say Dr. G said he was taking care of Quad from the day he met her. He wasn't lying. Hell no, he wasn't lying. She was a drug rep. Now, I don't know which pharmaceutical company it was because they didn't say which one. I get maybe they couldn't. Maybe they couldn't say which one she was working for, but that's what the job entails now. Angela Nichols said, you very correct. Time I go to the doctor who did my back surgery, it's always fresh trays of food there because he offered it to us. Yeah, they drop it off in the break room and everybody can get some. Brandon Martin said exactly. And they host dinners at expensive restaurants for doctors, and they go to conferences and host booths. I met a lot of pharmaceutical reps when I worked in physician recruiting. Exactly. Were you working locum tenens? What were you doing? I'm just asking. We might have some stuff in common, honey. Lala said, basically a Costco sampler for the medical community. Lala, get in that corner. I ain't sent nobody all day, but you're going to be the first. You. Pretty girl said, LOL, being a rep, not going to pay for that $2 million home that she's in, no. Now, you right about that. You right about that, sis. You right about that. I can't dispute that. But, there's always, maybe she can get a job down at the Pink. Maybe she can get a job down at the Pink. Okay? Y'all hit the like button, okay? But it was just so funny. Corporate America, because that's where I come from. I'm talking about corporate America, honey, because that's where I come from. No, ma'am. You came from the dope dealer who got arrested, and his cousin took you in briefly, and then they helped you get a job as a drug rep because all you had was your little bachelor's. Now, that's what it was. Angel Gamer said, wow, I'm dumbfounded. I had no idea that was the job description. That is precisely to the letter, the job description. Listen, I'm just saying, she said, I come from corporate America, honey. No, ma'am. You come from the Dunkin' Donuts land. You came from the Starbucks land. You came from the McDonald's land. You came from Publix picking up them sub trays. That's where you came from. Corporate America, my Aunt Fanny. Angela Nichols say she be acting like Ellie Mae Clampett, who just finished 7th grade. Now she better than everybody. I ain't studying you. Get in that corner with Lala. Brandon said, I was a recruiting coordinator for Group Health Permanente. Oh, Kaiser. Yes. Yeah, we got some stuff in common. Child, I'm sure we could trade stories and curl each other hair. Yes. Yes. Listen, Brandon, we're going to have to sit back. We're going to have to sit back and trade stories one of these days. One of these days, we're going to sit back and trade some. Yes, we are. Yes, we are, honey. So that happened with the corporate America, the pharmaceutical rep from corporate America. I still don't know how that translates, but it's the pharmaceutical rep from corporate America, y'all. So then he mentioned that she saw some stuff behind the scenes. Now this right here is why I'm looking at Carlos like, did you mean to say that? Because he was like, well, I know you've seen some stuff behind the scenes. And then he tried to hurry up and gloss it over. He was like, at your discretion. Talk about what she's seen behind the scenes. Because y'all talking about icing people out. And then she's seen something behind the scenes. He switches up and says, at your discretion. And then they changed the subject. And then said, do you feel like you was a part of the ecosystem that pushed Mariah out of her own show? Now, this is one of them times. Where Carlos was trying to give her an opportunity to clean things up for herself, because he's not stupid as he act. He know how people see her. He know it's a whole lot of us sitting back ready to warm our hands by the fire that's roasting her alive. Okay? At your discretion. Yes, at your discretion. So, then he turned around and asked that question, which says that that it was some behind the scenes talk about pushing that lady out of her own show. Instead of her to say, I did take part in that and I'm ashamed, I'm sorry. I took part in that. I didn't realize how serious what I was doing was. I took part in that. I can admit to it, but I never thought about how hurtful it was. Now I know. Like, still, no accountability. This heifer don't cop to nothing. She be guilty. Fingerprints there, DNA swab, skin under the fingernail. She's still gonna lie. Anita said, I was wondering when the corner was gonna start filling up. Girl, you see, they run into the corner. Run into the corner. I'm just saying. But he asked her, he gave her ample opportunity. Instead of this heifer, just, one time. How y'all children say stand on business? One time. And say, you know what? That was a terrible mistake. And I regret that I ever took part in that. No. Instead, she started talking about, I would never want to push anyone anywhere, honey, except up. You know what I'm saying? Right. What? What? Negro, what? Do you feel the boy asked her a legitimate, direct question? Let me read it again because I wrote it verbatim. Do you feel like you were a part of the ecosystem that pushed Mariah out of her own show? That is a direct question. She could have said, yes, I do. No, I do not. She had room to expound on that and make apologies or give reasoning as to why she didn't realize that that was really what she was doing at that time. Nothing intelligent ever comes out of this hooker's mouth. Nothing. Instead of her to answer directly, this is what she said. I would never want to push anyone out of anywhere, honey, except I would never want to push anyone anywhere, honey, except up. You know what I mean? Right. What? Again, what? The hell? The entire hell? Still never answered the question. Started talking about, when Mariah was saying things like, y'all not married to medicine, y'all married to Mariah. And how was I supposed to feel? And I'm your friend. And we together. And so in other words, you didn't like her saying that it was her show because it was her show. You wanted her to say it was yours and her show. It's not. You're only there because she has you there. You only had connection to medicine because she gave you one. You only had a spot on that show because she made room for you. I heard all the envy in that statement. How was I supposed to feel? How the hell was you supposed to feel? Why did you feel any type of way? So was that her way of saying, well, this I did have a part in it. I did help to stab her in the back, lie on her, and push her out of her own goddamn show. But this is the reason, because I felt like she was too, clear about the fact that this was her show. Just got through talking about knowing your worth and all that. So because she realized that I am the creator of the show that you hookers is sitting on, that somehow that was a slight to you, because she was supposed to pretend like you created the show with her when you know you didn't. When you know you didn't. Hey, Ellie from Miami. You at the airport. I know that's right. Angel Gamer said she was horrible to Mariah on her last season and used Heavenly to do most of the dirty work. Of course, Trout Mouth was going to do it. Lala said she was river dancing around questions. I want you to dance your hips back in that corner, too. Ellie, thank you for being like number 123. 123. Shanika say quad full of ish. Yes, she is. Thank you. Miss Nisa say quad always been a nasty piece of work. She has. DS say Mariah brought quad along like an opera barking puppy. Oh, DS, go with Lala to the corner. Just go with Lala. So she pulled that crap talking about we doing this together. How am I supposed to feel? Y'all wasn't doing nothing together. This was her show, not your show. This was her show. But to me, all I heard all the envy in there. She's not sorry for nothing she did. She meant to do that to that lady. Only reason she's sorry now is because it didn't pan out for her. And now you done jumped up and got this big behind mortgage, and you're not exactly sure how you're going to pay it. You're not exactly sure how you want to pay it. Now, considering the fact, I want y'all to remember something. In the words of Betty Wright, I want y'all to think back. I don't want y'all to get to the end of my life and say, oh, yeah, now I remember. I want y'all to remember right now. Okay? We ain't got to go far back down memory lane, just to the beginning of this interview. Remember, she talking about what she was taught in her family, that it's normal, and it would have been abnormal if she didn't know her worth and trying to act like her family was so highfalutin. Yeah. Anybody want to explain to me why she the sole breadwinner for her family, or at least that's the narrative that's being put out? How's your family so highfalutin, but everybody planning on living off you? I'm just wondering. I'm only asking. Don't shoot the messenger. Hey, Brittany Janae, say at least Mariah's getting paid as an EP. and creator of Married to Medicine. Exactly, because they can't take it from her. They tried. Miss Mama went to court and got all her due credit back. Trina Taylor said she was feeling herself when all the ladies rallied around her to get rid of Mariah, and she got voted off the same way she did Mariah. When you dig one ditch, dig two. That's what Mama them said. That's what they said. And that's right. She said y'all tearing up that engagement button, and I appreciate it too. So she did all that. She made a big production out of him calling her the breakout star, and oh honey, don't do that, don't say that. That's like putting a bunch of targets on my back. Oh no, honey, don't say that. All that false modesty bull crap, and claiming that it made her be treated unfairly and she was held to a high standard, and they held you to the right standard. They expected you to jump through hoops and bark like a dog because you was willing to do all of those things in order to stab your friend in the back. And you forgot that they didn't like you. You thought they didn't like you because of Mariah. See, this hooker really thought that Carrie Wells and Toya and them talking to her and treating her like they did was because of Mariah. Because she goes on to start talking about different ways they talked to her, and it was Mariah's fault because she said I didn't know how to be a doctor's wife. Well, if you were newlywed, you probably didn't. Why was that something you felt like was making you less than? See, what it was is she recognized that she didn't fit in. She knew she didn't fit in. She knew she was a hood rat. She knew she was a hood booger. She knew her and her forehead was out of place, like a square peg in a round hole. She knew it. But in her mind, these fabulous people will be my friends if I can just move Mariah out the way. Mariah is the reason I don't fit in. No, honey, you didn't fit in because of where you from, what's in you, what shaped you. The fact that you walk around talking like this, honey, that's why you don't fit in. Do you see anybody else on that cast speaking that way? Do you see any of the other respectable ladies in the city of Atlanta speaking and communicating the way you do? You don't see anybody else handling themselves that way. So why would you think that Mariah was the reason them people didn't like you? They just don't like you. And I ain't watched the episode because I'm never giving them a view. But I heard that after they told her to go home, that she was by herself crying, talking about these ladies just don't like me. Duh. Did you think uppity, dried up Jackie was going to like a hood booger like you? Did you think that? I mean, uppity, sanctimonious, judgmental, holier than thou, extra pious Jackie. You thought she was going to like somebody like, girl. You couldn't have thought that. You couldn't have. Girl, yes. Brittany says she crying over that mortgage, and she ought to be. Listen, she better mess around and try to do that OnlyFans situation. I heard they get some money over there. Yeah, they never liked her, but in her mind, she thought they didn't like her because of Mariah. Okay? And talking about something that they thought I was less than because if Mariah's supposed to be my friend and she talking about me like that, then what else are they gonna think? Mariah ain't tell them people not to like you. They didn't like you because they didn't like you. And see, for her, it wasn't good enough that Mariah liked her. She wanted access to everything in Mariah's life. Her friends, her social circle. And it's a good thing she got her husband because she looked like the type of whore that would have tried to sleep with Mariah's husband. Now, that's what it gives me. OnlyFans or Alice. Girl, Allie ain't going to pay no $2 million mortgage. The Allie won't work, sis. She going to have to go cyber. And hope somebody pay for it. I don't know what else to tell her. Buy a bunch of scratch-off tickets. I don't know. Quick pick something. So anyway, but talking about, that breakout star title was weaponized against her. And then he asked her about, the other lady's feelings about her. And she blamed Mariah for all of that. And blah, blah, blah. I've always been cultured. You have not always been cultured. according to yourself, you didn't start talking like that till you went to college and read a dictionary. So now you've always been cultured. I bet that heifer probably never even left her block in her city. If she left the block, she probably never left the county. She was not Jonathon Majors. Jonathon Majors ran across 3, 2, 3, 4, 50, 10 county lines. I don't think she crossed one. Now, and so that was the gist of that conversation. He started asking more questions about them pushing her out. She told this story about them not giving her the heads up when they brought in her ex-husband and the girl and all that stuff. Y'all got the gist of that. So that happened. He going on the 21st, he coming back asking for more stuff. Pretty girl said that was one of the most foolish decisions she could have made. Why go buy a $2 million home for just you and your dogs? Sis was just trying to keep up with the Joneses. Yes, she was. Yes, she was. Yes, she was. And I'm going to tell you something else. She was doing that because she was trying to prove something. Like, okay, I don't have what y'all have, but I can get it. You know, I can live just like you without a husband. Not so much. Not so much. Pretty girl say that was one of the most foolish decisions. And I totally agree. I totally agree. Wait a minute. Miss Nisa said, well, Mariah said she slept with her sister husband. Yeah. She did say she slept with Lake's husband. And I believe it. Because she looked like that kind. She appears to be that kind of girl. She really does. So all that went on. If y'all want like more details, you're going to have to dig into going to Carlos King's channel and sitting through it. Now, I gave y'all the gist, and I hope that helps. So now let's talk about Carlos King sitting down with Heavenly. Y'all, Heavenly felt some type of way, and she called herself checking him for not checking Quad. And he basically tried to gaslight her. Every time she was getting to the point, he was cutting her off and then claiming that she was cutting him off. I mean, I don't think them people want her over at RHOA. Mary Augustine, thank you for being like number 136. You got to look at, they the ones, they wanted her gone too. Her castmates just agreed because they say she act up with production and everybody. You really think they want her over there? All right, I'm glad you're here. Brittany Monet say Quad with no wig and makeup, child. That's Mr. Potato Head. Girl, she looked like Smeagol to me. That girl could literally take off her wig and makeup and go in witness protection. Y'all will never find her. She'll like a whole different person when she pluck off all those accoutrements. Shanika C says she ain't Phaedra in my Nini voice. Yeah, she ain't Phaedra. No, she ain't Phaedra at all. Angel Gamer says she never got over the apartment comment from Toya. She was ready to get physical. Yeah, she was hurt by that. She was hurt by that with a little nasty self. So look, Heavenly, hellishly decided she was going to check Carlos. And listen, if I'm going to be honest, I wasn't mad with her. I wasn't mad with it at all. I feel like she was right. And that's a novel feeling for me. I don't know that I've ever agreed with Heavenly, ever. But Heavenly literally said everything that I was thinking. Literally, I'm gonna play a little clip and let y'all hear it, and I'm gonna give y'all my opinion on this.
My part 1 exclusive interview, the way Beyonce drops an album in October, girls. Like, no, Heavenly, did you gag?
I was like, listen, that is the smartest thing you could have ever did, because you didn't tell me you was dropping that interview. I saw it on the vlogs, like Quad heard about her man being on American Medicine. On the blog.
You mean her ex, honey, her ex-husband.
Which ain't true. But anyway, that's not true. Let's speak truth, because I done heard a lot of stuff, right? But I'm ready to speak truth now, because I've been feeling bad for Quad because of all the horrific things she's been going through in her life. But never in your life will you going to sit up and lie on Dr. Heavenly, because that tells the truth, okay? We're not going to skid around. We're not going to allow her to play around and skip the truth and get around the questions like you allowed her to do. But let's get our pleasantries out first, because you know.
Okay. Well. Are you okay? I'm pleasant are you?
I am. No, I'm always pleasant.
Okay, because you're way more pleasant today than you were at the dinner table.
Absolutely. And you were very pleasant in your interview with Quad and did not hold her feet to the fire for anything. But
okay. The way, I know. I think the same way you don't hold Dr. Jackie's feet to the fire when she's wrong, like she was at the table. Like
Jackie is a professional lady. She has no reason to lie. Her credibility.
I didn't say lie. Did I say lie?
She did nothing wrong at the table. She didn't do anything, but I did, and Simone did, and everybody else did. You weren't there. All we did was speak out.
Okay, and you weren't at my interview required, so you don't know.
I saw it though, and it was cut out real good.
I know you saw it too.
I go live, so I know.
But the thing with me, unlike you, Heavenly, I let people talk. Absolutely. And I let people express themselves without interruption. So I think when you saw my interview with Quad, you probably never seen in your life somebody allowed to speak without interruption.
Well, the interesting thing is,
gaslighting.
You're a journalist, you have to actually be unbiased, and
I am unbiased.
You are very much so.
Oh no, I'm unbiased. She don't fuck with you, and I do this with you every night.
Right. I'm saying you were very biased in your interview and your last interview. Ask anybody, Carlos. It ain't just
I'm biased.
So you heard it. Y'all got to go over there and listen for yourselves. But she told not one lie. When I say not one lie, she told not one lie. He did not hold her feet to the fire. When he asked direct questions and she did the cha-cha slide around it, he didn't say, well, okay, sis, I feel you. But what I'm asking is, he never redirected. He never brought her back to it. She told not one lie on him. He was very biased. He allowed her to lie. Then he sat up there talking about, you never in your life probably seen nobody not be interrupted. But if y'all go listen to that live between he and Hellishly, he continually interrupted her. He would have his say. And when she was explaining something and really getting to the point and being clear in what she was trying to get across, he kept cutting her off because he didn't want her to make the point. And what I took away from that part of things was that, according to her, Quad knew full goddamn well that man and his new wife-to-be was coming on that show. That's number one. Number two, that she had a choice and she could have did it or not, that they were in the process of phasing her out because of her bad behavior with production and with them too. And even during the time when he was talking to Hellishly, he was still trying to cap for Quad, talking about, so this was about production. This wasn't about y'all. She was like, no, this lady say she ain't had no emotional connection with me and nobody else, maybe Simone. And Simone was the one to eventually tell her to get the hell on up out of there. And not to mention the fact that this lady here really has been kind of like taking up for you and attacking people for you and all type of little nasty stuff. So I could dig where she was coming from to a degree. And I honestly believe that Quad knew full well them people was going to be on that show. It was not no secret. It wasn't behind her back. It wasn't anything like that. I don't believe it one bit. Then she talked about the fact that Carlos is telling her, well, I mean, I understand you was upset, but you could have took her to the side, only for Heavenly to explain to him, this lady, because she didn't like what was happening in the conversation with them trying to make her like just own the fact that you ain't cool. Like, you do a lot of messed up stuff while you constantly are the victim, talking about how everybody hurting your feelings. Then she went to bringing out everything that Hellishly had ever said about Phaedra, even before she got to know Phaedra. People run their mouth like that's what it is. And so now, according to Hellishly, her and Phaedra get along fine because she owned it. Was like, yeah, I said that stuff about Angela Stanton and Blase Skippy, whatever, yada, yada, yada. So, but the fact that they talking about that and you come drop out, well, she said something about, she read the Angela Stanton book and you a liar and this, that, and the third. And it's like, yo, I understand why. Why the hell would I take you to the side and you just tried to blow up my spot? It didn't work, but you tried. I'm like, God dang, this is, it's got to be a lunar eclipse. Why am I agreeing with Hellishly? But Hellishly did not lie. She did not lie, y'all. She told the truth. I could not believe that me, a whole Nitra, was put in a position where I had to agree with Hellishly. That hurt my feelings so bad. Like, I need therapy of some sort after that. After that happened, I need therapy. Okay. But y'all go listen to it for yourselves so you can hear what went on. And Yeah, that that happened. That absolutely happened. Now before we get to Dr. Jackie, I have to do a special report. This is a FNN special report. This is an alert. This is an alert really quick. It won't take long. Let me read y'all this information. Whew. Now, this is from the FDA. This is coming directly from the FDA. Hey, Vet, my sis is here all the way from Birmingham, UK. Thank you for being like number 141. What you say? A daiquiri will help you later, sis. I need a daiquiri. I do. You gonna send one to the house? Hey, it's Miss Parker to you. How are you? You missed the FNN. Well, we miss you too. But we have people that when I report the news, they report my channel. So there's that. But this is a FNN special report. This is coming directly from the FDA. Okay. Now, according to the FDA, if you go to FDA, I think it's .gov, go to their site. Quaker Oats. Quaker recalls granola bars and granola cereal bars granola cereal due to possible health risk. Okay. Now the announcement date was on the 15th. It's been published since the 15th. The Quaker Oats Company announced the recall of specific granola bars and granola cereal listed below because they have potential to be contaminated with salmonella, an organism which can cause serious and sometimes fatal infections in young children, frail or elderly people, and others with weakened immune systems. Healthy persons infected with salmonella often experience fever, diarrhea, which may be bloody, nausea, vomiting, and abdominal pain. In rare circumstances, infection with salmonella can result in the organism getting into bloodstream and producing more severe illnesses, such as arterial infections, i.e., infected aneurysms, endocarditis, and arthritis. The products listed below are sold throughout the entire 50 United States, Puerto Rico, Guam, and Saipan. Consumers should check their pantries for any of the products listed and dispose of them. Additionally, consumers with any product noted below can contact Quaker Consumer Relations between 9 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, Monday through Friday only. The number is 1-800-492-9322. Again, their number is 1-800-492-9322. Okay? Now, you call them people or visit their website, www.quakergranolarecall.com, for additional information or product reimbursement. To date, Quaker has received no confirmed reports of illnesses related to the products covered by this recall, and they did inform the FDA of their actions. The products that are listed, oh my, nice little list here. Real quick, are Quaker Big Chewy bars with chocolate chip, Quaker Big Chewy bars peanut butter chocolate chip, Quaker Big Chewy bars with a variety pack, Quaker Big Chewy bars dips variety pack, Quaker Big Chewy bars chocolate chip, Quaker Big Chewy bars chocolate chip cookie dough, Quaker Big Chewy bars chocolate chip holiday minis, Quaker Chewy bars chocolate chip Halloween minis, Quaker Chewy bars chocolate chip spring minis, Quaker Chewy bars chocolate chip Valentine minis, Quaker Chewy bars dark chocolate chunk, Quaker Chewy bars chocolate chunk, Quaker Chewy bars less sugar chocolate chip, Quaker Chewy bars less sugar cookies and cream, Quaker Chewy bars less sugar peanut butter chocolate chip. Look, the list goes on and on. Go to fda.gov. It looks like anything Quaker Chewy bars, you might want to watch your back. Okay? I'm just letting y'all know. Shanika say first applesauce and now granola bars. You really gotta protect your neck out here. Okay, you gotta protect your neck. Now, that's right, U.S. Army Brad. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. True wisdom. You went and got your crown back. I know that's right, girl. Hazeline. So look, let's get into Dr. Jackie. See, Dr. Jackie has been problematic for a very long time. It makes me happy when I can drag them trifling, no good, flat-foot floozies over at Married to Medicare. And Dr. Jackie is no exception. No, she is not. She's no exception. So let's get into her. Let's get into her and what she has had to say, which is not only dangerous, but one of the main reasons why Black women are not safe in hospital and in almost any venue where they're receiving medical attention. Honestly. And I'm gonna let y'all hear for yourselves. I don't want to I'm not interested in paraphrasing. I think that I would be doing y'all a disservice if I were to paraphrase. I want you to hear this for yourselves. Okay? Okay. So let's get into it. Ta, 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 ta. Hmm. Mm, mm, mm. So that I can let you hear what Dr. Jackie, good old Dr. Jackie, had to say. And as much as I don't like her, I thought I could respect her as a professional, but she's made it clear that we cannot even respect her as a professional. So let's have a listen, huh?
Sometimes, as African American women, we're a bit more dramatic, in that you go to the doctor and you complain and you complain and you complain, and you're not taken serious because you cried wolf the entire pregnancy. That ain't me, boo. I don't know what you're talking about, but go ahead. I didn't say you. I just said as African American women, we want to also make sure you're being serious with your doctor and not playing the game so I can take you off work. Because then we see you 25 times in the pregnancy. It's hard to believe that there's a true problem when there's a true problem. Sometimes, as African American women, we're a bit more dramatic, in that you go to the doctor and you complain and you complain and you complain, and you're not taken serious because you cried wolf the entire pregnancy. That ain't me, boo. I don't know what you're talking about, but go ahead.
So y'all heard what this hooker said. Y'all heard what this hooker said. Now let's get into it. Huh? Now do I have to, do I have to be proper or can I just say it like I want to say it? Can I? Y'all mind? Y'all mind? Do y'all mind? Cause see, I want to say what I want to say, but I don't want to lose my little monetization on this video. I get reported all the time behind my mouth. I want to just say it the way I want to say it. Okay. All right. Y'all say I can I can have at it. Well, let me go ahead and have at it. Okay. All right. My sis says, say it how you feel. Okay. Bet. So now, this is what we're dealing with. First of all, let's just say this. Now, first of all, y'all know, those of you who know of me for any length of time, y'all know my background is in healthcare. Okay. I was the nurse ratchet at Lowell Correctional and the prisons in Florida Department of Corrections. Okay. I worked hospitals, long-term care, prisons, county jails, and the like. Okay. It just so happened that corrections nursing was my niche. I can tell you firsthand, there's a whole lot of women who are fearful of going to female OBGYNs because usually they're rougher, they're more callous, and they're less caring, especially if you find a sister that's an OBGYN. I hate to say it, but it is what it is. They're not careful. And she took it to a whole other level. She upped the ante. Not just does she have a problem with women who are able to carry children simply because she was not. Which, mind you, just like it's not your fault, Jackie, that you can't have children, it's not another woman's fault that she can. They don't have to grin and bear it and be uncomfortable or endure discomfort because it makes you feel better about the fact that they're carrying children that you were not able to carry. She is a nasty person. She takes her own personal resentments out on her patients. Anyone, and I do mean absolutely anybody who is a patient of hers that can hear her say things like this, and they continue to go to this woman and allow their insurance to pay her or their cash to pay her or whatever, is a fool. This lady is showing you not only does she have an issue with mothers, Jackie hates women. Sheila J., thank you for the super chat. I can't stand her either, and I never could. Hey, my Tony. That's right, them free bribes and food. That's what Quad gonna have to go back to. She hates women. You know why I say she hates women? Y'all remember what she did to Buffy Purcell? Look at Buffy. She's barren. Why would you do that to her? You can't have children. At least Buffy could take in and get pregnant. Even if she couldn't carry the baby full term, she could at least take in. She just wasn't able to put to bed. That's all. She truly hates women. And so she's gone from showing her resentment to women who are mothers. Hey, T Dollar. She's gone from showing her resentment to women who are mothers to showing her resentment for women in general. And now she's whittled it on down to show her internalized anti-blackness. Heifer, what the hell do you think you are? Who do you think you are? So you have an issue with your counterparts, with the ladies who look like you. You got an issue with women who look like you. Jackie, just tell us you hate yourself and let's get this over with, honey. Let's go on and get this over with. Sitting over there looking like an anorexic praying mantis. Shame on you. Hey, Philly Join. Hey, Eno Ziegler. Shame on you. Black women, you know, we can be very dramatic. Well, now let's talk about what really goes on in the hospitals and in care facilities. It's not black women that come in and they're frequent flyers begging for pain meds. It's not our sisters at all that are doing that, as a matter of fact. But it's thought processes like these and black doctors that should be advocates for black women when it comes to healthcare that sit up and openly open their raccoonish mouths to spout venom and garbage toward their own sisters that give others, the clears and the cloudies, a license to mistreat black women because somebody who looks like us is saying these types of things in public forums. And let me tell y'all something else. If that dried up piece of saltfish had the nerve to say that on the internet, you can only imagine what she has said when she's in the company of contemporaries, her equals. That type of rhetoric and conversation is dangerous to black women. T Dollar, thank you for the super chat. Say Mariah been telling y'all about Jackie. You ain't got to be told. She's showing you. She's showing you. And what's so disgusting is, do you realize black women end up, first off, the mortality rate after giving childbirth for black women is through the roof. Our sisters go to hospitals and they're in all sorts of pain. And they will literally, in their minds, feel as though black women feel and experience pain different than white women. I'm going to just say white today. Y'all going to have to roll with me. They feel like if you're black, you don't feel pain the same way. They still look at you like you livestock. And then you got this piece of dried up beef tripe sitting up here talking about, well, you know, y'all done cried wolf so much and you're so dramatic. And girl, were you crying wolf? Is that why Curtis done ran off? See, now I'm starting to understand, and I'm not being ugly. I'm being real. I'm starting to understand why Curtis is running around chasing women. Curtis running around chasing women because, Jackie, you hate yourself so bad, the man can't love you. How he gonna love you when you don't love you? You hate everything that's even remotely similar, remotely related to you in any way at all. That type of conversation, that type of narrative has cost so many Black women their lives. I can guarantee you almost every sister in here can tell you that they know of somebody, if it was not themselves, that ended up not being treated fairly, not being given appropriate treatment, not being given appropriate medical interventions when they were telling their healthcare providers what they were experiencing. To have it brushed off, discounted, and invalidated simply based on the color of your skin, your melanin, and then to have it done by somebody who's supposed to be your sister. Zora didn't lie when she said all your skin folks ain't your kin folks. Jackie is so disgusting. She is beyond. I saw someone in the chat say she's an elitist. She's beyond an elitist. She's beyond being an elitist. What she is someone who absolutely despises her own reflection. I'm starting to understand why God didn't let you be a mother. Can y'all imagine how she would have tortured one of her own daughters? Because guaranteed, if you was laying up hunching Curtis' big doofy looking tail, your baby was going to be a little Black girl. And if you hate your own Black skin and you hate your own sisters who are your reflection, you can't tell me that you would have uplifted, cloistered, molded, prepared your beautiful Black girl to walk out into a world where everybody hates her. You wouldn't have done it because you hate yourself, Jackie. You are a whole coon. You are a super coon. I would tell you to put an S on your chest, but you so narrow a S won't fit. She hates herself so much she won't even eat food. Now, one of y'all need to go hip check that heifer or kick her into a vat of formaldehyde. Just let her go ahead and preserve herself and jump in a box. That was one of the most disgusting things I've ever heard. I worked in healthcare. I've seen it happen. I've seen sisters laying after being admitted into hospitals, writhing in pain. And we're asking them on a scale of 1 to 10, what's your pain level? They telling me 7 and 8. And a doctor, we got to go push on them, sometimes flirt with them to get them to write a pain or order for pain meds for this Black lady laying in the bed. And she's somebody with the prescription pad. She's somebody that can write consults. She's somebody that can order tests. But when it's a Black woman, you know, we can be. Let me play it again so y'all can hear what this horse said for yourself. I see why that man ran off. I see why he ran off. Miss Nisi, thank you so much for the Cash App, sis. Let me send you a heart back. Y'all, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get like that, but that really pissed me off. How dare you? She didn't even take into account the danger of her saying those types of things. She never took into account the harm that it could do to your sisters, that you opened your mouth to say something like that. Hey, Dolce. Let me let y'all hear this hooker again.
Sometimes as African American women, we're a bit more dramatic, and that you go to the doctor and you complain and you complain and you complain, and you're not taken serious because you cried wolf the entire pregnancy. That ain't me, boo. I don't know what you. Now
you heard what that hoe said. You complain and you complain. First of all, Jackie, I know you wouldn't know this because you was a dried up old barren twig. But pregnancies are uncomfortable. Pregnant women often complain because pregnancy is uncomfortable. We know you wouldn't know nothing about it, but pregnancy is uncomfortable. It is. Everything about it is uncomfortable. And mind you, she's not looking at it as a patient telling her their symptoms. The subjective part of SOAP charting is what the patient is experiencing from their point of view. So the nerve of her to say that a woman who's carrying an entire human being in her body is complaining and complaining and complaining. Did you hear that? Let me let you hear it again.
Sometimes, as African American women, we're a bit more dramatic, and that you go to the doctor and you complain and you complain and you complain, and you're not taken serious because you cried wolf the entire pregnancy.
And then you cried wolf the entire pregnancy. First of all, Lord, Curtis want a woman, not a zombie from the Thriller video. She do look like she could get down. Yeah, a bit more dramatic. Very arrogant, ignorant, and dismissive. That's on brand for that dried up piece of jerky. Look just like jerky. But it's the fact of you cried wolf so many times. Do you realize that white women go in those doctor's offices, hospitals, urgent cares, and every little thing they dramatize, they scream, they say that they're dying. But a black woman telling her doctor about her symptoms and what she's experiencing, you're complaining, and crying wolf. Anybody, and I'm gonna say it again, anybody that goes and give that woman your business, your money, you allow your insurance to pay this woman, you are a fool. And I stand by that. You are not only a fool, you are the biggest fool. Cindy Narcisse said, I've been a victim of meds refusal in the recovery room after a major surgery until my black GYN came in to check on me, and I told her, listen, black people who work in healthcare, and I'm saying this is something like I can't be on my legs no more. My leg ain't no good, my back ain't no good. But this is for the people who are still clocking in every day. You should be an advocate for your people when they come in. You should be an advocate for your people when they come in. When you see them being overlooked, you should say something. If you see the doctor prescribing something that don't make sense, check it twice. Check it twice. Because a whole lot of time, the doctors will write orders that don't make no sense. Check it against the person's chart. If it don't look right, take it to the doctor and say, hey, doc, did you see X, Y, and Z before you wrote? We're supposed advocate for your sisters. Why the hell would you get your... Stop, Nitra. Why would you get your behind on the internet and openly say something that ignorant? But that's what lets me know that hellishly is about as ignorant as she comes. The fact that she's sitting up here talking about how she respect Dr. Jackie. Oh, Dr. Jackie is a professional lady. You should have been offended. You a whole black woman. And she's saying things that are so inflammatory, so incendiary, that they are dangerous to your sisters. But then again, we know hellishly don't have no type of, understanding and responsibility toward her sisters, because look how they handled Mariah. They were perfectly comfortable to help them clear people steal intellectual property from a sister that created a platform for them to get paid on. Hey, Southern Charm. See, it's the coonery for me. This is why I don't watch that show. For anybody that ever get the itch or the urge to come in here and say, how come you ain't gonna watch the Medicare? Don't ask me that no more. Couture Bay say, I didn't like how she acted when Tamar was in labor. She didn't even let her try before pushing drugs on her. Oh, okay. She one of those. Okay. That's Tamar's fault. That's Tamar's fault. She should have said no. And listen, for those of you who are patients, learn to say no. You have rights. It's called informed consent. You can also refuse. U.S. Army Brat say, it took a non-black doctor to properly diagnose me after suffering for nearly a year. I'm trying to tell you, sometimes it be your own people. Sometimes it's your own people. Sheila J say, and instead of checking her, that cow heavily says, not me. Right. She should have. Hey, Dina the Explorer. Yeah, that's only part of it. Like at the end of the day, I'm not mad at you for being an elitist, but I'm very mad at you for being anti-black woman when you are one. I think with Jackie, it goes deeper than being an elitist. Jackie hates women, more specifically and to the point, black women. Ms. Nisa said they act like she's the only black OBGYN in Atlanta. Well, you know how it goes. When someone becomes trendy or their name is out there, everybody wants to say that that's the doctor they go to. It happens. It happens. And it don't always have to be a black doctor. It can be almost any doctor. Where I'm from, everybody had their babies wanted to go to Dr. Hall. And after he delivered your baby, he sent you home in a limo. Like it's like that in certain areas. Black Cherry said, I bet she don't take insurance just like Heavenly. No, I bet you Jackie take insurance. I bet you she don't take no Medicaid and Medicare, but I'm sure she take insurance because she want that money. Heavenly doing teeth. Now I'm not discounting nobody because she still got her education, but Heavenly does teeth. Hey, Miss Weedy Pooh, thank you for being 165. Angela Nichols say, yes, my sister's a nurse every day. Every delivery delivery they had, she was there checking them when she felt they was wrong, and even to the baby ward and examine babies. We need protection. Okay, I got you, baby. Miss Kaiser say, thank you so much for the super chat, sis. I appreciate it. Legina the Jackson, thank you for being like number 167. I appreciate you. I do. Dolce say, I'm not compromised in any way. I hate the fill in feature with these things. Child, listen, that's how they do. They'll fill in the words and have you saying what you don't mean to say. Southern Charm says Jackie needs to focus on her scoundrel of a husband. He grosses me out with his mouth hangs open when he's in heat. Listen, whatever the case may be, I'm starting to understand. There's some real sickness going on in that home. Jackie hates her own reflection. D. Seratina say true talk. And then people like Dr. Jackie want to run up our insurance and give our service. Yeah, don't give your service. You don't have to go there. Like, go to another doctor. And I think that we need to normalize paying attention to these people's politics and how they view us. You wouldn't go to a clear doctor that was racist, so why would you go to a black doctor that's anti-black? It doesn't make sense. You shouldn't go to anywhere for medical care from someone who is decidedly prejudiced against you for whatever reason, because you're taking your life in your own hands. Jackie gonna end up putting somebody in a bad position one day if she don't stop. Maybelline Reynolds, thank you for being like number 168. Y'all, this one really got on my nerves. I ain't never liked Jackie, but this one got up under my nerves. Miss Lovely T say, Dr. Jackie didn't take Medicaid. Her patients pay cash and credit card. I just said, I know she don't take no Medicaid. Now, I know she don't do that. Lala said, maybe her blood sugar is too low and the evil is creeping out. Eat something. Listen, baby, if the evil ain't in you, it can't come out. Evil can't come out if it ain't in there. Yeah, go to another doctor. Jojo Aya, hi. Lord, not paging Dr. Jerky. Yes, that is her name from here on, Dr. Jerky, because that's what the hell she looked like. Jack Link's beef jerky. Listen, I appreciate y'all supporting the porch. I do. I really do. So listen, I'm going to get off of her because it's raising my blood pressure, and I already need a drink. I do. My sisters had sent me something to get me a couple of drinks, and I'm going to drink a couple of them too. I am. I might even put some chicken wings with them. That's what I'm going to do. But listen, before we go, now y'all recall, we was on here Sunday, and y'all told me that Juan said what he said to Robert Dixon on the Real Housewives of Potomac. Now, I told y'all I was going to go back and listen, and I wasn't bluffing. So I went back and I listened. I did. I'm going to play the audio, and hopefully I don't get in no trouble, but I'm going to play this audio because I want y'all to hear this too. Make sure we all hearing the same thing. Okay? I want to make sure we're all hearing the same thing. Ooh! Dolce, thank you so much for the super chat, sis. My sis sent the hundo. She say Dr. Jackie hates black women as much as Curtis likes them. Baby, that might be why she hate them. That might be why her husband went to liking them and she went to hating them at the same darn time. That's my sister. Oh, that's so sweet. You're gonna make me cry. That's what's up. Then Rose, hey, thank you for being like number 173. Thank you so much, Dolce. Thank you. I can't say thank you enough. That was so sweet. You made my whole day. Thank you. So listen, I'm going to play this audio. And I feel confident playing this audio now because my sister got my back. Okay? I feel confident. Okay? Listen to this audio because I listen. And don't y'all be talking because if you talk, you're going to miss it. It's somewhere around the end when he said what y'all told me he said to Robert Dixon. So listen. Let me do it.
It's the ones that, like, I'm not as close with, like Karen, Wendy, Candace. They had a lot to say about, like, our whole situation. And Candace is trying to infer that I'm, like, she's like, I damaged the group because I didn't share this information while we were filming. Yeah, it's like it's the most ludicrous stuff I've ever heard. He was really charged and everything. Because she pretty much implied that because I spoke about your lawsuit, that's one of the reasons why you got fired. And that triggered, like, that really set me off. Why are you feeding into it? I'm not feeding into it, but that... I can't listen to this anymore because it's like so ridiculous. It is getting blown way out of proportion. I need you to stop feeding. I'm not feeding into it, Warren. Listen, Robert, this is how you're feeding into it. You get emotional. For what? Like, you get emotional. It's not their life. It's our life. I'm not going to let you keep allowing these women get you super emotional. I'm not emotional. Right now. Robert, please. I can't listen to it because my skin is crawling right now. I got to go.
Y'all was right. He said my skin is crawling right now. I gotta go. Let me just say for the record, ain't a Negro alive finna talk to me like that. His skin crawling. Hey, y'all was right. I was wrong. I didn't hear that. Well, I can't say I was wrong because I told y'all if he said it, I had to go back and listen. I went back and listened. The man said his skin was crawling. His skin was crawling. Listen, man, that's crazy. But I'm going to tell y'all something that I just peeped. She said that Candace told her that by not talking about what was happening when it was happening, that she damaged the group. Y'all heard that lie? Karen was the one that told her that she was dividing the group with that mess. Karen told her that because you only talk to one part of the group, everybody don't know what's going on with you. You dividing the group. By the time she called Juan to tell them lies, she done flipped it and it was Candace that said it. But he said his skin is crawling. Dolce, thank you again so much. I'm so moved. That's so sweet. Oh, I love my sisters. Southern Charm say he really don't like her. No emotional support. None. He said, I can't do this. One gonna walk off on her and embarrass her real bad one of these days, and ain't gonna be nothing she can do. You heard that? Talking about my skin is crawling. Bianca said, I agree with Juan. I think she's emotional because it's her turn and she can't handle it. Juan said, don't put him in it. Yeah, that's what he said. Wait a minute. DS, you say Juan is allergic to RHOP. Get your butt back in that corner. Just go on back in there. Gone. Get. What is wrong with you and Lala? Y'all are nuts. Get back in that corner. Now he allergic to her. The man said his skin is crawling. You might be right. Come back out the corner. You might be right. Because that's insane. Oh, my skin crawling, Lord. So listen, let me tell you what else going on with them heifers. While we talking about them, let's talk about them. So, y'all, tell me why Team Yellow plus the Mongoose, they went out, I guess, for Christmas or a holiday get together, gathering or whatever. Hey, Shalon. Hey, C Maze. One said we don't go together. Every time I seen her around the DMV, she always by herself. Oh, okay. He allergic to her not washing her my skin. Bianca, go in there with DS and make sure everything all right in that corner. Just go check in there, see if everything all right. Shalon say they speculating Robin. They are speculating Robin's with child as her recent IG picture showed a bump. People were saying they don't know whether she is pregnant or whether that's just an ugly jacket. I think that Robin is just wearing an ugly jacket. And if she is pregnant, she the dummy. That big blazer she got on, it could be that she hiding a bump. It's possible. Anything's possible. But if I'm going to be honest, I don't really care. And I'm going to tell you something else. That baby ain't going to make that man like her. That's the worst thing to do. If a man don't like you, that ain't going to make him like you. That's a terrible mistake. That's a horrible mistake. DB said, I saw the photo and they all need a stylist. All of them look busted. All of them. Mia got on a Fashion Nova jumpsuit. Robert up here with that same tied, dry, stiff weave and a gray blazer and some pants. Giselle, I don't know what the hell she got on. That don't go with nothing. Like winter boots and look like a spring or a early fall top with stockings. Ashley looked like she got her stuff over at Rainbow and Dots as per normal. Big Reese dressed like she sang in the gospel choir with the white shirt and the black skirt with the belt. And Mongoose just wearing yellow for no reason. A nice springtime yellow while they out for the holidays. And she the only one with toe out sandals. Oh, Lord. See, that's why they want Mongoose around. Because she ain't no pressure. She ain't no pressure. This heifer got on a crop top, light yellow pastel for springtime with sandals, scrappy sandals with her toes out and feathers on her sleeve. And she got on that same wig from The Ring and The Grudge. That's why they want her around. So I wanted to mention this. Because they out doing a holiday party, but noticeably, Karen, Wendy, and Candace are not present. Noticeably, they're not present. Now, what's interesting to me, Ashley said a group full of duffs. I actually know what that is. You rough. So they got them three missing. It's almost like they're trying to create their own side cast or something. I don't think it's working. But what I find interesting with them kind of posting up like that, y'all out to eat doing white elephant presents. And Wendy's at the White House. Candace booked and busy. Karen booked and busy. And they really think it's a flex that they sitting at a restaurant doing white elephants in bad clothing. I'm just saying, don't shoot the messenger. Please. Pretty please, with a cherry on top. Now, I wanted to play something else for y'all, but I don't want no trouble. I don't want no trouble. Oh. Mm, mm. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about that. Every now and then I see some stuff when I know I can't say what I want to say. I just try to be quiet. Let me get a couple of y'all comments. Let me throw the stream yard in the chat in case y'all got some input. Because I really want to hear what you gotta say. I do. I do. I do. Ellie say Robert pregnant by who? The swamp nest monster? I don't know. Your guess good as mine. Juan ain't got no job. Juan might have to knock off every now and then now. He might. He should. He ain't paying no rent. It's the least he can do. So they hoping they'll be the new clear old rundown faces of the show. Oh, mm, that's too much. Oh my goodness, y'all rough. Nacho Twins mama say that's worse than Michael wearing leather in the summertime and waiting to exhale. Mm-mm. I don't know what they got on. They look crazy to me. They look unhinged, extremely. Mm-mm. Mm. So anyway, let me see what else y'all talking about real quick in the chat. Cause it's the chicken wing calling my name. DV say they can recast RHOP. None of them are interesting to me. Okay. All right. Let's see. Lord Jen Bunny say Juan don't like that lately. At all. At all. At all. I don't know what she gonna do. Um, I hope she didn't go get herself pregnant. Cause that'll be terrible on her part if she did. Now you already got them two children and they big, they'll be grown soon. If she go start over with somebody who talked to her like that, she crazier than she look. Southern Charm say Juan look at her with contempt, not love. Oh yes. I wouldn't be comfortable. Black Cherry say, I'm happy I caught alive. I gotta go. Have a wonderful Christmas and Happy New Year, everybody. You too. Beth say, oh gosh, I just saw the pic. Not one of them look good. Y'all, what do mongoose have on with the springtime yellow? In the winter, in Potomac, with strappy sandals on. Child, somebody need to help her. Miss Kaiser so say I'm thinking they filmed while it was warm. No, they said it was for Christmas, girl. Crema. That ain't while it was warm. Yes, Robert and Juan are clowns. You told no lies. Rob needs to pack her dust bunnies and home economic jeans and go. No, she don't. That's her house. He need to go. Don't put that girl out her own house now. Y'all tough around here. Don't put that girl out her own house. Don't do that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Hold on, I don't want to miss that. I was trying to let y'all get a couple of comments in. I'm gonna go in a little bit. Ashley say Mia looked like she had on a Spider-Man costume. You made your cousin put over for the kids' birthday party. I'm through. That dude, you know what? That outfit really do give Spider-Man. I can't even lie. It do. It do. Yvette say, why does Ashley always look so cheap and tacky? Because that's Sister Underbridge daughter. One married the RHOP check. Yeah. Yeah. But y'all know if he done put that girl in the family way, and if she's in the family way, she's in trouble. If she don't know what I do. Child, yeah, y'all know Ashley ain't got no class. Yep, the Christmas party at Chipotle. Is that where they were? Please tell me they wasn't really at Chipotle, Jim Bunny. Please tell me that. For my own satisfaction, I need to believe they were not at Chipotle. So yeah, I seen her once or twice by herself at Barcode in DC one time. Oh, well, y'all, it's unfortunate, but that is a wrap. That is what's going on that I'm willing to talk about. There's some other things happening that I'm not going to touch. Poe Christian Keys is still getting chewed on because people want to make him talk about stuff when they want him to talk about it. He's the one that endured the abuse. So let the man talk when he's ready. I'm not going to talk about all the people making rude, nasty, sick comments. I'm going to just wait because the young man said he turned stuff over to the Popo. And once he do that, he going to start talking about the names or whatever. So I'm like, just go ahead and, turn in your paperwork. And, once you add them names out, they still not going to believe you. They still going to say rude stuff. But I'm definitely not going to be, doing none of that. I'm going to just wait and see till the names drop. I'm going to wait till the names drop because I feel like, whatever happens at that point, then we got a story because up until then, we don't. I stand with him because I do believe that something traumatic happened to him, and I do wish him all the best. The divine Miss M sliding in. Girl, we finna go. You just getting here. It's been 2 hours. You took a nap. Yeah, them naps will get you. They'll get you. So listen, ladies, bros, we about to go. Listen. I appreciate y'all. I enjoyed y'all. This was fun. Even those of you who kept getting y'all hips put in the corner, I appreciate y'all too. Special thank you to Miss Nisi, to Brandon Martin, to my good sis Londa, to Chai. Oh no. Who else? Hold on, let me read it. To my baby Dolce, who showed me so much love on the super chats. To Miss Kaiser Sose, I appreciate you. To T Dollar, I appreciate you. Sheila J, I appreciate you. Jen Bunny, I appreciate you. DV, I appreciate you. I just wanted to stop and say a particular thank you to every single person, just specifically each and every one of you. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Y'all been all that, and I'm just finna get me a daiquiri through the drive-through. I am. I think I'm gonna do a strawberry pineapple and a peach pineapple. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And get me some chicken wings, So look, I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm about to ask you. If somehow you manage not to hit the like button on the way in, please make sure that you hit the like button on the way out. Hit your notification bell. Make sure you click all so you will know every single time that we go live over here on this good porch and talk about these good and not so good people. Okay, subscribe if you haven't subscribed because you are indeed welcome here. We really appreciate you and we send you love. If you want to join channel membership and put your crown on, hit the join button beneath the video or hit the membership link in the description box. Also in the description box is our link for our Royal Family merchandise store where you can get our classic black and gold graphics or our Emerald Crown graphics, our newest graphics in the Royal Family merchandise store. Our Amazon storefront is there so you can shop for your home. And the wish list is there if you want to send me goodies. It's updated on a regular basis. And Bianca has put my Christmas wish list in the chat if y'all want to send me Christmas stuff. It's a lot of little trinkets, little small stuff in there. You know what I'm saying? If you want to show love, that's cool. If you can't, just send me love via email, inbox on Instagram. I read them all. If you watch on replay, please also throw your like number in the chat. Say something to me in there. I'm going to talk back to you. I am always that. So listen, y'all, enjoy the rest of your evening. If the gossip get real, I will be back. But I appreciate y'all. I love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. And remember, if no one else says it to you, God loves you. I love you. And it ain't nothing you can do about it. I'll talk to y'all later, okay? Bye.